Welcome to Monday's meditation, and this week's meditation is going to connect us with the BACH FLOWER REMEDY Wild Oat, which is for those who are uncertain as to which is the correct path for them in their life. So I invite you now, if you aren't already sitting comfortably, just to make yourself comfortable. If you're lying down, also make yourself comfortable. If you're sitting in a chair, try and make sure that your feet are flat on the floor or that they're cross-legged underneath you and that you feel the pull of gravity from your tailbone so that you feel grounded. So either grounded through your feet, being flat on the floor, or from the base of your spine, just noticing the pull of gravity on that. And just bringing your awareness now to your breath. Breathing in at the tip of your nose and breathing out there. There's nowhere else to be, there's nothing else to do. You've chosen to listen to this little meditation just for the next few minutes. So breathing in, you can tell yourself you're breathing in, and breathing out, you can tell yourself that you're breathing out. Acknowledging any thoughts that are coming in, just noticing them. Just allowing them to float in, and almost like a cloud on a blue sky, allowing them to float away again. Just imagining that your breath is a gentle breeze, that you can just blow away those thoughts. Blow away those thoughts with each breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing the breath as it goes into the insides of your nostrils. Just feeling the clear, fresh breath coming in. And noticing with your next breath when it turns the corner and becomes an out breath. So just noticing that little pause when the in breath turns the corner and becomes an out breath. And as we focus on our breath, we can begin to lessen the thoughts that we're attracted to because we're focusing on our breath. So those thoughts that were perhaps consuming us before we started our practice have maybe faded into the background a little bit. And if at any point you get pulled into one of those thoughts again, as soon as you become aware, just bring your attention back, either to my voice or to your breath. So now bringing your attention to behind your eyelids, to your eyes, and just noticing how your eyes feel. We can't see our eyes except when we look in the mirror, and we can't hear our eyes because that's not the sense that we have for them, but we can feel how they feel, our sensory perception of our eyes. So just noticing now how your eyes feel. Perhaps it's the first time in a very long time that you have noticed how your eyes feel behind these closed eyelids. If your eyes are open, that's okay, you can still examine them, even if your eyes aren't closed. Just noticing whether they feel tired or rested. Maybe there's some tension, some pull, and it might help to ease that if you ease your pupils back and forward, so your eyeballs rather than your pupils. So even behind your closed eyes, just allowing your eyes to move back and forward from side to side, gently, and just noticing how that feels. Gently back and forth. And then allowing your eyes to go up and round like an arch around the top part of your eye socket. Just gently though. And gently bringing it back again from left to right and from right to left. Just noticing how that feels. Not doing it too strongly. You don't want to cause yourself any discomfort. And then just allowing your eyes to go downward arches. So down and round in the little arches at the bottom of the eye socket. Left to right and right to left. We're just paying attention to our eyes. And then perhaps you can get them to go round in circles right round the eye socket, just very gently and slowly, just noticing. And it's usually easier to go clockwise, but you can try going anti-clockwise, back round that way. Just gently rolling your eyes round your eye sockets, noticing any tension, any tightness, but gently and slowly, so you're not causing yourself any discomfort. And then just looking straight ahead from behind those closed eyelids, or with your open eyes, but if your eyes are open, just try and gently let them fall out of focus so that you're not really looking at anything. You're just kind of gazing into the distance. And behind your eyelids, just gazing into the distance with your closed eyes. And just noticing how they feel. Perhaps they feel a bit more rested, a bit less tension. And we're very grateful for our eyes because they allow us to see. But sometimes even with our eyes, we can't see the path ahead. We don't know which way to take. We don't know what our chosen purpose is, or the purpose that has been chosen by us, for us, that we've forgotten. So I invite you now just to switch off your logical mind and just to join me as you walk along a path. And just being aware of what path appears for you. What does it look like? Is it in a suburban area, a wooded area, along a beach, a cliff? Just noticing where your higher self wants to take you, or your imagination, whatever makes it easy for you to allow yourself to go on this path. And if you don't see in pictures, just tell yourself the story. That's okay. You don't have to see it. You can tell yourself the story, which is like giving yourself the vision. So looking to the left and looking to the right, what do you see? Looking above, what time of day is it? What kind of sky do you have above you? Looking down at the path, what are you walking on? And what do you have on your feet? Anything? Or are you barefoot? Just be aware of these things. Just let the first idea, the first notion that comes into your awareness be the right one, accepting it, not trying to change it. You're just having this little journey along this path. And just up ahead, there's actually a crossroads. Even if it feels a strange place to have a crossroads, there is one. And you draw up to that crossroads. And there is a bench which faces all the signposts. And you decide to sit down on that bench. And you look at the signposts. And there's nothing written on them. No directions. They're pointing in different ways, the signposts. But there is nothing to tell you where they go. It doesn't tell you what is up that path, or that path, or the next path. So I want you to sit there quietly, just for 2 or 3 minutes, and I want you just to gently allow anything that comes into your awareness, any kind of direction, any kind of idea. I want you to allow that to come into your awareness, and I want you to see if it materializes on the signpost. So gently and without effort really, just allow yourself to sit quietly with your breath going in and out. So breathing in, you know you're breathing in, and breathing out, you know you're breathing out. And just allow yourself to accept any direction that comes into your mind for the next 2 or 3 minutes. And if you get pulled away by your thoughts, just as soon as you become, wrapped up or aware of the fact that you're wrapped up in one of those thoughts, just come back to your breath gently and to the signposts. Because maybe one of those signpost ideas pulls you way off and you go running with arms and legs. But as soon as you become aware of that, come back. Because that sign may get stronger and brighter. It may get more concise. So just bring yourself back to your breathing and to the signposts. In a little while I'll come back and guide you some more. I want you now to be aware of someone joining you on that bench. Just be aware of the energy of someone else joining you on that bench. Someone who has a little bit of knowledge about what's up ahead for you, a little bit of guidance for you. Ultimately, the decision is yours, but you've already chosen it. You just don't remember. So this energy is here to help you to remember if you haven't already. And just be aware to the right or to the left of you as you sit on your bench that there is another energy beside you. And just for a few moments, I'm going to leave you quietly there just to see if there's a message for you. Just focus on your breath and just allow any guidance, any awareness to come in. Just for the next few moments. We always have inner guidance, and we always have guides who can help us when we struggle to find our inner guidance. So this energy is going to walk with you on the rest of this path, and you can remind yourself that it's always there when you need it, when you're struggling to find your way forward. So looking up at the signposts now, is there one that draws your attention? Even if there's nothing written on it yet, I want you to go along that path that you are being called to walk along, in the direction of the signpost which calls to you the most. And just notice what that path is like. Is it the same as the one that you had been walking along to get to the crossroads? Or has it changed? Is it the same surface? Is it the same surroundings? Does it feel easier, perhaps? Or does it feel difficult? Is there a resistance to going along this path, or questions about what it is and what will happen? Just accept anything that comes into your awareness. And perhaps after this meditation is over, you can jot down whatever came into your mind. There could be some guidance there for you that you can look at and draw upon in the coming days. This path is your path for the future. And it's almost like from the old to the new. You're travelling now, leaving the old behind and travelling forward to the new you. We're always evolving. And there's always help when we're struggling to evolve and to move forward and to find our way. We all have our own unique gifts to give to the world. And this path is holding some of your gifts that you're supposed to give and share with the world. And this path is just leading you back to the space that you're sitting in right now. And you're bringing with it that energy of that guide that's been with you. And for the moment, they're just going to leave, or it's going to feel like they're leaving, but they're always there. Always there to guide you. Always there to nudge your inner awareness, your inner guidance, which is the most strong, if we allow it to be. So just bringing your attention back to your feet on the floor, or the base of your spine if you're lying down or cross-legged. And just feeling that connection with the earth. Feeling grounded. Feeling back in your space. Wiggling your toes. Wiggling your fingers. Bringing your attention up to your chest and noticing the movement of your chest with your next breath. Perhaps taking a deeper breath than you've been taking. Really noticing your breath. Bringing your attention back to your nostrils and your breath going in there. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. And breathing out, you know you're breathing out. And just taking 2 or 3 deep breaths again before you gently open your eyes. Allowing your eyes to come back into focus gently. And making sure that you have a drink, making sure that when you stand up that you feel really grounded with the floor, you feel your feet on the floor before you start to move. And I wish you a wonderful week, and namaste.